Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the auxiliary gym here at Mishawaka High School for tonight's wrestling matchup as the Mishawaka Cavemen will take on the South Bend Clay Colonials. Hi, I'm Isaac Hayes here, and alongside me bringing you an in-depth look at the wrestling action is Mishawaka's very own Mishawaka Network baseball player, football player, wrestler. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy does it all, Drew Mason.
What up? Yeah, it's gonna be fun tonight. This is one of my first times doing a sport I participate in. It's kind of rare to do, so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and I've actually never done commentary for wrestling meet either, so it's gonna be nice to have someone like you who can really take us through everything alongside tonight. And you got the night off tonight, and you guys just came back from Team State over the weekend. Tell us how that went.
It was a great time. We wrestled some great teams over the weekend. First match of the tournament, we had number 2 ranked in the state, Evansville Mater Dei. It went better than most of us anticipated it going. I think the final score was about 43-24, somewhere in that area. So it was pretty close for what we expected wrestling the number 2 team in the state. So we were excited about that. And then our second match, we wrestled Avon, who's ranked a little higher than us, and we took care of them, actually. We beat them with a decent score. And then in our third match of the day, we wrestled Carmel, and we lost by 1 point to Carmel. Heartbreaker in that one. It was tough. And then in our last match of the day, wrestling for 7th and 8th place, we beat Columbus East.
Gotcha. And coming in here tonight against South Bend Clay, there are a lot of wrestlers out tonight for multiple reasons. So, it's going to be nice getting some of these JV guys some varsity time on the mat. And what can we expect tonight from the Cavemen?
Yeah, we got some guys. Everybody's kind of a little banged up, sore. It's a long season, wrestling season long. It wears you out. You get worn down. So, just seeing all these JV guys, they work just as hard as we do in the wrestling room. Seeing them get their opportunity, they'll perform tonight for sure.
And also tonight, you guys are going to get a treat. We're going to bring you the JV matches too. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. And over break, Drew, you guys participated in the Al Smith here at Mishawaka. Take us through that weekend.
That weekend is insane. 32 teams, all here at Mishawaka High School. You wrestle some guys that are great, some guys that are good, and then some guys who are just, you just never know what you're going to get at the Al Smith. So it's great because, you just know you're going to have a tough match no matter what weight you're going, no matter where you're wrestling, who you're wrestling from where. We had 2 guys finish first with Jacob Laplace and Joe Walker. We had Garrett Sandover finish 3rd, Jonathan Thomas finished 4th, and then Brendan Mark finished 5th. So we had some good placements.
And as a team, you guys finished in 4th place, correct?
Yeah, 4th place. It was pretty close between us and Prairie Meridian for 3rd, but we ended up getting 4th, yeah. All around great tournament. It was fun. It was really fun.
Indeed. As we would like to take a small break from our wrestling announcements to bring you some other stuff. Tomorrow night here in the cave, actually, which is right across the school from this gym we're in right now, the boys basketball team is going to take on South Bend Career Academy. And then Friday, there will be a boy-girl doubleheader here as the girls team will start at 6 o'clock against Marion, and then the boys tip-off is scheduled for 7:30. And for the boys game, bearing they win tomorrow, Ron Heklinski on Friday will be going for career win number 400.
For sure, that'll be exciting. Expect a good outfit for me in the student section tomorrow as I try to do my best every time. It'll be fun. It's always fun.
Tomorrow is construction theme.
Yep, absolutely.
And the theme for Friday is?
I believe it is Jersey night, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're correct as well.
Yeah, I always try to dress to impress for the boys' basketball games. They're always a great time.
I think my favorite so far from you, Drew, was last night at Elkhart Central. It was football theme, and I guess you guys got like an inside thing with Coach Kinder.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys got to wear your football jerseys.
Yeah, that was fun. It's always fun, when you can have that kind of upper hand on somebody and wear your jersey to kind of mess with them. It's always fun. That's what the student section's for. Try to get some real estate in someone's head when you're there. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works in their favor. So it's always fun.
And the Cavemen's comeback effort last night unfortunately came up short as Trenton Johnson missed the shot at the last second that would have potentially won them that game. Cavemen lost by a score of 48-46.
What a back and forth game, though. That was a fun one. It was really a fun one. I was on my feet the whole second half, it felt like, because it just kept going back and forth and back and forth.
And I believe we are getting ready to start the JV match here as Balin Eby will be facing off against.
Nope, we have. This is JV. Balin Eby is going to be our starter at 170 tonight for varsity. So we're going to have JT Eller wrestling for the Cavemen in our first JV match today.
Gotcha. See, that's what's nice about having you on. I probably would have messed that up.
It's all good. We got this. It's a team effort. And a quick takedown there from Eller, giving him 2 points. Riding pretty tight on top, going for the power half.
And right out of the gates there from Eller, just straight with the takedown, just getting straight to business.
That's how you got to do it. He's looking for a cradle here, getting a hip to hip, and he rolls him. He's getting backs. There's the 3 count. There's the 5. And now there's a pin.
So Cavemen JV tonight start out strong with a pin in the first round of action. And it was really nice, before when we were setting up. And, it was really nice, Drew, that the scoreboard had a malfunction and the buzzer just kept going and going and going. It seemed like half hour, but it was more like 2 minutes.
And here for the Cavemen, we have Jacob Landry wrestling. The attempted single, and he gets it. There's 2 points. Landry throwing in a leg. See here, he's got to keep his hips in the right spot, because that's how you stay on top here. When you get that leg in, and they're going to call a full Nelson, that is an illegal full Nelson. 1 point goes to the Colonials. But, yeah, so when he throws that leg in on top, you got to keep your hips. You got to try to stay hip to hip so you don't fall off. Falling off, you go right to your back.
And that's where stuff gets dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like he's going for that leg in. And another cradle from the Cavemen. There's the 3 count. And there's the 5 near fall count. And he will get out of the cradle and give Landry 3 back points. And a half, and the half's over. There's the 3 count. And he's going to get 2 near fall points there. And he's digging wrist right now. And the cradle failed to be locked up.
And just about a minute left here in this first period.
As Landry hops aside with the half Nelson. There's the 3 count. There's the 5 count near fall. And there's another 3 points going to Jacob Landry as he takes the 10-1 lead with about 45 seconds remaining in the first period.
That scoreboard's a little misleading. They're giving the points on the wrong side.
Yeah. As Landry just continues to dig for that half. And it looks in the cradle. Nope.
About 15 seconds left here in period 1.
There it is. And there's his 5 near fall points again, and he locks in the reverse half here.
5 seconds remaining.
And is he going to get the buzzer beater? No, he does not. He's going to get 3 more back points, making it a 13-1 lead going into the second period.
Now, if you're up by 15, that's a tech fall, correct?
Yes, yes it is.
So he's just 3 more near fall points away.
And Clay's going to choose neutral to start the second period. See for Landry to get the pin so he can get the pin and not the tech fall so we can get the extra team point. He's just going to have to go right from feet to back here. So if he turns him here and doesn't get the pin, the match is over. We get 5 points instead of 6. So if he gets the fall here when he turns him, it's big for the team score.
But being this just JV, it's not really gonna.
Yeah, I don't even think they're keeping a team score tonight, and that should be the match right there. 16-1 your final, with 1:30 remaining in the second period. 17. He got the 3 count.
And that's 2 straight wins for the Mishawaka JV.
And now taking the mat for the Cavemen, it looks to be Justin Potter. Justin Potter's wrestled a couple varsity matches for us this year. He's had a pretty good season, impressing a lot of people, coming up from JV, kind of swinging back and forth, JV to varsity. Pretty impressive year for what he's done.
And, we see that a lot more in sports here at Mishawaka, are those swing players.
Some guys just need the experience, Time on the mat's time on the mat,
That's right.
No matter who it's against.
And it's like that in any sport, really.
Yes, absolutely. See these bigger guys kind of like to muscle each other around more than move around at the lighter weights. So we're going to see a lot of this hand fighting, collar ties, forehead to forehead. A lot less shots when we get up to the higher weights.
Because, these bigger guys, they're going to get tired a lot quicker.
Yeah. Some guys, they're better at moving than others, like our very own Jacob Place. For a 95-pounder, he can move great. And it looks like we're going to get back points here. Oh.
Whoa.
And Potter's going to get he gets reversed by the Colonial wrestler, and he's in a headlock here, getting the near fall. There's the 3 near fall count, and there's the 5 near fall count, and he is fighting, locking his hands up, try to get that reroll, and there's the fall for the Colonials.
Nice reversal there by the wrestler from Clay.
And now wrestling for the Cavemen, we have Vaughn Johnson, a freshman.
He looks really athletic, Johnson does.
Oh, he's a great football player, too. He's a football player, wrestler. That makes for a great combination. As he gets
goes
the quick
straight for the takedown. Wasted no time on that one.
As he's in on that single, climbing the body. And he cuts him, giving the Colonials the 1 escape point as they are neutral. Johnson with the level change into the single. Switching off into, it looks like he's trying to dump him there with the double. And they're going to call it neutral there.
Now, why does that happen? Why did the referee just stop everything and stand him up?
Honestly, I don't know what happened there because I didn't know if he called a stalemate or not. Usually when you call the stalemate, it's just there's no one really can improve the score from that point. So they just go back to either the man on bottom going down or them going neutral. And it looks like Johnson's going to lock up a cradle here, and he's going to spin him to his back.
4-1 Johnson here with 45 seconds left here in the first period.
He's going for that chicken wing he has locked up. He circles the head, steps over, and he gets his back points. He's going to get 2 back points there, making the score 6-1 with 20 seconds remaining in the period. See how he has his leg around the ankle there. That's a Navy ride. It's real tough. It doesn't look like it, but it's real tough to move on bottom there. So that's kind of like you kind of have the upper hand when you have that leg back there. I sit there a lot in a wrestling match. Looks like he's going to go for, and are they going to give the Colonial wrestler 1, or does it not look like it?
So it'll be 6-1 Johnson here going into the second period.
And Johnson looks like he's taking bottom to start here. Second period. And he gets a quick Granby there. That was real nice.
And that'll be 2 reversal points for Johnson.
And then he just looks like he's, to me, I'd just be running a half here, and I think he's going to go for the bundle. Bundle circled ahead there, and there's the back points he starts to get. There it is. Chest down and lets him back up. Johnson going for that chicken wing again. So he needs to lock up that reverse half from the arm that's not around his back. He needs to go under the head. And he lets him back, getting another 3, making it 11-1 with a minute remaining in the second period. Getting a stack, it looks like. Oh, nope, cradle. And there's the fall. With exactly a minute remaining in the second period, Johnson gets the fall for the Cavemen.
And by the looks of it, that will conclude our JV matches for the evening. So now as we get ready for the varsity matches, and while we have this little break here, I'd just like to shout out everybody on our broadcast team tonight. We've got Izzy Barstow, Hannah Ryback, Chase Johnston, Nathan Hildebridle. We have Joe Swank and Tony Parks. And we are all led by the man in charge, Mr. Matt Rendell, who has finally earned the title of broadcast coordinator officially. The Mishawaka Cavemen, coached by Steven Sandifer, a former state champion here at Mishawaka High School. Actually, 2-time state champion, as he won in 2008 and 2009. And we will take a break for the national anthem. And as I mentioned before, the Cavemen are coached by 2-time state champion Steven Sandifer, and the Colonials are coached by Adam O'Neill,
who is also a state champion.
And I believe he also just sang the national anthem.
He did.
A great anthem, though, by Coach O'Neill.
State champ, singer, coach. What more can you get?
And so when the wrestlers are running out and nobody else from Clay runs out, does that mean it's a forfeit?
Yep, a forfeit. So Ashley JoJo at 106 will get a forfeit along with Chris Peacock.
Brendan Mark will get a forfeit tonight. As will. And Chavez will face off against James Vargas. And it'll be Christian Chavez against Miguel Penaloza. And Drew, let's go through the lineup tonight.
All right.
At 106, it'll be Ashley Jojo with a forfeit. At 113, it'll be Chris Peacock with a forfeit. 120, it'll be Zach Edmondson versus Max Zeus. At 126, Brendan Mark will get a forfeit. At 132, Isaac Valdez will face off against James Bagueras. At 138, Christian Chavez will take on Miguel Penaloza. At 145, Keegan Maybe will face off against Austin Willis. At 152, Cameron Powell gets a forfeit. At 160, Brady Hunsberg will face off against Scott Jervis. At 170, Balin Eby will face off against Kenneth Lax. At 182, Joe Walker will get a forfeit. At 195, Jacob Laplace will face off against Jason Williams. At 220, Jalen Thomas will face off against Ethan Bendit. And at 285, it'll be Jonathan Thomas against Mackenzie Dawning.
Looks good to me. Looks like we're going to have a
Looks
good night
good
of
to
wrestling.
me. That is 5 forfeits tonight for Colonial. So that'll be, how many points are a forfeit, Drew?
6 points. So that gives the Cavemen a quick 30-0 lead before the match even starts.
And it looks like they are ready for action here in the cave.
Only our second home meet this year.
Second home meet.
We don't have many. I think we have this one and then one more against South Bend Riley.
And then I believe the NIC Championship will be hosted
and
here as well.
sectionals will be here as well. So
NIC and sectionals.
yeah, so we kind of get a couple. We get 3 from Al Smith sectionals and the conference finals. So
Do you think that plays into a reason why you guys don't have many actual scheduled home meets during the regular season?
you know, a lot of teams don't because we've only wrestled. I think we've wrestled 8 or 9 dual meets this year. So it's kind of tough. So the most you're getting, if you split it in half equally, you're getting 4 to 5. So that's what we would get. I think we were scheduled to wrestle Elkhart Central here, but something happened and that meet got canceled for next week. So we would have had 4, but now we have 3. Starting tonight, we're starting at 170 here in our varsity duel. Wrestling for Mishawaka, we have Balin Eby, and wrestling for South Bend Clay, we have Kenneth Lax. As Eby goes in on the legs and Lax sprawls back. Getting that underhook. And Bailey hitting the fireman's for a quick 2. Very nicely executed there. Using that overhook he had. I've been wrestling with Balin a little bit in the room, and he is strong. He's a freshman, but he's a big freshman. Wrestling 170. He can throw you around if he wants to. As he continues to try to turn him with the half, and Lax reaches back, and they're going to call an illegal headlock on Lax, giving Eby 1 point, making it 3-0 with 1:15 remaining in the period.
Now, tonight, Drew, do you think we're going to see a lot of these matches go to 3 rounds?
You know what? I really have no idea. It just depends on who's wrestling who, how someone's feeling that day. You know, you never know. Some people who are supposed to win don't win. Some people who are supposed to win do. You never know what's going to happen. So I'm hoping I don't see a lot of matches go to the third periods so we can just get a big win here for the Cavemen, but you never know. And Lax gets the escape point.
And that'll make it 3-1 in favor of EB with 30 seconds remaining in the first period.
And EB takes a shot and they roll out of bounds, going back neutral. With 25 seconds remaining in the period. EB taking the shot, getting in on a double, switching to a single, getting around the leg and getting two. As he's digging wrist, he digs his wrist out.
And just about 5 seconds left here.
He goes to turn him and just doesn't look like there's going to be enough time. And there it is.
So at the end of the first period, 5-1 in favor of Baylen EB. And Mitchell and EB's going to elect to go neutral here to start the second.
You know, it's smart of him to elect to go neutral, as we saw him get 2 takedowns in the first period. So we haven't seen how Lax is on top. So, you know, just knowing that EB's controlling it neutral is a good choice. And it looks like Lax is wrestling pretty defensive after this first period as EB gets in on legs here. He's got a double he's looking to finish, and Lax with a nice heavy sprawl. EB again switching to a singles, trying to circle the leg, and he pops his head out to get his 2. As EB is spiral riding, and he switches to a crossface. And the power half, he's looking to turn him. Big step here. And Lax builds his base. We got a stalling warning here on Lax as EB gets the chicken wing looking to turn him. Spiraling the leg once again to try and break him down. And they're still there.
And, you know, it may seem like EB's in control, but at any moment, you know, there might be a sprawl of life out of Lax.
Absolutely, and they're going to hit Lax with a stalling call here, giving EB another point.
As EB has an 8-1 lead here with 10 seconds remaining in period number 2.
And there it is, he puts him, nope. And Lax gets the reversal, scoring 2 points right at the end of the period.
So at the end of 2, it'll be 8-3 in favor of Baylen EB. And Lax will elect to go neutral here to start the third and final period.
See, we saw over there, Coach Love was telling him to go neutral for the Colonials, but Coach O'Neill, he kind of just, and we see a nice throw there. EB lands right back on his feet, though. But yeah, Coach Love for the Colonials, he's been coaching a while, so he knows his stuff. But EB just gets a quick takedown there on the low leg single, but he was telling him to go neutral, and Coach O'Neill just, he wasn't going to argue with them, so they start neutral, and EB gets the quick low leg takedown. Digging that arm back out, looking to get either a armbar and it looks like he's going EB in a headlock, and it looks like there's another illegal headlock there. He didn't have the arm. That's what makes it illegal. So they're going to give him 1 more point, making it 11-3 with 1:30 remaining in the third period.
You know, interesting about that throw we saw right at the end there, they were out of bounds, so no points were awarded for that.
And honestly, I don't know if there would have been points awarded if they were inbounds due to how they landed. You know, no one looked like they had total control. Obviously, Lax had control, but there just wasn't a scoring position. So as Lax goes to his feet if he goes again, it'll be another illegal headlock. And then now, due to another illegal move, he gets 2 points for the illegal headlock, making it 13-3. One more, and I believe he's disqualified. So the problem with what he's doing is he's getting that head, but to throw him, he'd have to have an arm. So that's how he'd get the pin and be able to lock your hands like that.
And EB's gonna, and then Lax is gonna start down here.
And he's gonna go for the far ankle. Breaks him down. Trying to turn him in what looks to be a power half from up here. Circling the head, keeping that head down with the forearm.
13-3 here with 50 seconds left.
And EB goes to his back. And Lax gets 2 there.
You know, at this point, if you're EB, you might just want to start playing a lot of defense here for this final 40 seconds of the matchup.
It looks like Lax just going all weight room on him right here. He's taking everything in this wrestling match straight out of the weight room, just trying to turn him with his muscle. And there's a throw. EB goes right back to his base.
25 seconds left.
And it looks like they're going to get a locked hands called on Lax. And he is disqualified due to another legal move with locking his hand. So EB gets the win and 6 points for the Cavemen there.
So Cavemen start out nice with 6 points here. So Drew, take us through what the rules are regarding disqualification for illegal moves.
I believe the first one is 1 point. The second one is 1 point. The third one is 2 points. And the fourth is a disqualification. So so you get 4 opportunities, and he used all 4.
And they announce Joe Walker as a forfeit. And the next in this match here is Jacob Laplace.
Jacob quickly taking
issue with the clock here, but they're just going to roll. The referees are just saying roll with it. We're already started. Let's do it.
Jacob here in the front headlock position. Locking up. Oh, almost got the cradle. Just staying in that front headlock, trying to bait him, and there it is with the 3/4 Nelson. Down to his back, getting the 3 count. And he gets the fall over Williams.
Took Laplace 38 seconds to get a fall there.
You know, we see that often from Jacob. He's a great wrestler. He continues his undefeated season with that win. He's going to have a great run this year at going for the state title.
Him and Joe Walker both.
I believe the team score right now is 18-0. But yeah, Jacob and Joe are both ranked very high in the state right now, as they're both well-known wrestlers among the state, and might as well, you know, they're well-known around the country right now. They're pretty good. They're both committed to wrestle in college. Jacob, Indiana Tech, Joe, Michigan. So that's going to be big. As Jalen Thomas will wrestle Ethan Bendit. Thomas, Jalen, the brother of Jonathan Thomas, who we all know from football, from wrestling, just a freak. And his brother, just as good. I'm telling you, he's going to be good. He's young as he goes and gets his 2 there. Little unorthodox, but he got the job done. Yeah. As he breaks him down with the jam chop. And he goes for the bundle too. And he locks it up.
And that'll be 2 more for Thomas.
Thomas riding very tough on top here. And he gets that elbow to turn him. And it looks like he gets the fall. There it is.
And that'll increase the score to 24-0 in favor of the Cavemen.
What a way to start off your varsity career there for Jalen Thomas.
Was that Jalen's first
I believe
varsity?
It was.
And then brother Jonathan Thomas is right up next.
Depending on how this match goes, Jalen might have the kind of might have to talk a little bit more to JT tonight. And it looks like JT's going to put him to his back right as I say that. And he gets the fall as well.
So just like that, 30-0 in favor of the Cavemen to start the night.
You know, it's got to be a pretty proud moment for Coach Thomas down there as both his sons get varsity pins. As the score goes to 30-0. Ashley JoJo at 106 will get a forfeit, bringing it to 36. And Chris Peacock getting a forfeit at 113.
And just like that, 42-0 in favor of the Cavemen.
Cavemen have scored 6 points in every match so far. It's pretty impressive. Not often do you see that.
We did see it earlier this season as you guys were in the Palace at Penn. You guys needed 4 straight 6-pointers and you got them all.
Yeah, that was an event, wasn't it? That was crazy.
Up next is Zach Edmondson against Max Zeus at the 120 weight class.
Since I've been wrestling in Mishawaka, I know Max Zeus is a pretty good wrestler for South Bend Clay. And this is Zach Edmondson's, I believe, first varsity matches. He's just keeps rolling with Zeus, which is, I'm pretty impressed by how they're both wrestling right now. Zeus with the quick takedown, as he gets those legs in, they're pretty deep. As he's being spladled there for the fall. Pretty quick call there, but you know, you can't win them all there. As it's
That's
Edmondson's first varsity match. Zeus has been doing this as long as I can remember, so
42-6 in favor of the Cavemen.
And Brendan Mark will receive a forfeit for the Cavemen.
So 48-0 in favor, 48-6, excuse me,
Yep.
in favor of Mishawaka.
Brendan Mark a couple weeks ago just got his 100th career win for Mishawaka. That's pretty impressive there. There's not many do it. And Isaac Valdez, a freshman, will wrestle James Vargas as he gets a quick 2 points. Valdez up 2-0. As he looks to turn him in that claw, and it looks like they're going to go out of bounds.
Two nothing here with a minute and a half left in period number 1.
And Valdez locks up that chicken wing, heavy hips here, and it looks like he should get the fall. The ref kind of patiently waiting to call this one, and he calls it. There it is, Valdez with the pin.
And that'll bring the score to, I believe, 54-6 in favor of Mishawaka. And this will be Christian Chavez against Miguel Penaloza.
Chavez also a freshman here wrestling for the Cavemen, who's had a pretty good year. You know, he's wrestled some great wrestlers. It's a tough weight class, 138, and he's had a great year. There he is getting that low leg single, breaking him down.
And, you know, so far tonight, every Mishawaka win has come with 6 points.
Yep, every match has been a 6-pointer today. It's pretty rare you see that. That makes for a quick meet. And Chavez on top, looking to break him down with the spiral ride, and he does. as Chavez just kind of controlling it on top, just trying to ride it out, look for turns. He's getting that in that spiral a lot, just trying to break him down here, and it looks like they're just the Colonial wrestlers just trying to roll with him. And the crossface by Chavez, looking to dig wrist here, and he does, breaking him down onto the hip. It looks like he's either going for a chicken wing or a head lever here. A head lever is where you put your head in the armpit, lift up, go under. Makes for a nice pinning combination.
And with 30 seconds left, it is 2-0 in favor of Christian Chavez.
Chavez fighting those wrists nicely, and he puts the arm across the back, looking to turn him. And he looks like he does, and he's pretty flat. That might be a fall. And he gets a reversal. Penaloza gets the reversal. We're going to get 2 back points, though, for Chavez, so that should make the score 4-2.
As they adjust the score here, and Chavez is going to elect to start neutral.
Electing to go neutral, he will give. Oh, nope, that was the end of the period. So, they're going to stand him up. He's going to get 1 point, making it 5-2. Chavez taking that single, looking to dump it, and he does, putting that leg down. And it looks like that. No points. No 2 there. And they're just fighting ankles here. Both guys with an ankle. And now Penaloza looking to do exactly what Chavez just did. Chavez just trying to hang on, not get 2 scored on him. I think everybody's kind of waiting for a stalemate call here, and there it is.
With 1:05 left here in the second, it is 5-2 in favor of Christian Chavez.
Chavez sprawling nicely on that shot and putting him to his back with the bulldog, and the fall for Chavez.
And
I believe that'll put us at 60-6 here.
60-6. And next up, it'll be Keegan maybe against Austin Willis at the 145-pound weight class.
As Keegan nicely uses that overhook to his advantage, just spinning the guy to his back, and it looks like he's – oh, I thought he was going to get the fall there. That would have been nice. Switching into a half.
He's going for it again.
And he's planted. That should be a fall. Keegan put in those grapevines. He's great with those legs. See how he's just using those legs. And there it is, the spladle that we saw ran on Zach Edmondson. Him and Cameron Powell probably run this every day in the wrestling room together. They love this move. It's funky. It looks good. And he gets up as Keegan leads 10-0 here with 1:15 remaining in the period, and they're going to go out of bounds.
Maybe just 5 points away from a tech fall here.
Quick, too.
Quick tech fall, yeah. Whew. Not even a minute in.
And he looks to run the spladle once again. Is he gonna? And he throws in that second leg. There it is. Flattens him out with those legs. And he's gonna look to run. I don't even know what he's baiting him right here. And there it is, the spladle again. There it is. Oh, a cradle. He gets his back points.
40 seconds left.
And he gets out. And right back to where he was in that cradle. And there's the fall for maybe.
66-6 is the score currently.
And here we have Cameron Power receiving a forfeit.
So this will bring us to our last matchup of the night at the 160 weight class. It'll be Brady Hunsberger against Scott Jervis. Andrew, you said it best. We're here not even 45 minutes into the dual meet, and we're almost done.
Yeah, you know, we've had a great year. You know, this is just a good win for us. Everybody getting mat time, everybody having fun.
And another check in the win column.
Yep, that one might have put it out of reach there with the win by maybe. As Brady Hunsberger scores 2 points for the Cavemen. Hunsberger on top, looking to fight wrist. As he looks to sink the half and puts him to his back. Has to stay in bounds here, and it looks like he's going to get the fall. There it is. I believe the final score is 78.
And the final score, Drew, you are correct. 78-6 in favor of the Mishawaka Cavemen. Drew, as we start to wrap things up here, what are your takeaways from tonight's match?
JV guys showed up. You know, that's fun to see. You know, these guys who you don't always see wrestling varsity for the Cavemen, them coming out, showing they're putting in that work in the wrestling room too, because, you know, they don't wrestle as much. So that also, the JV guys have a tournament this weekend at South Bend Riley. So getting them prepared for that, getting them a little live wrestling, not just a guy in the room that you see every day. So seeing someone different, and they're doing great things. You know, they're putting in the work just as much as we are, and it was a good match.
And we would like to remind you to tune in Thursday, tomorrow actually, as the Mishawaka boys basketball team will be here at home to take on the South Bend Career Academy, and then join us also on Friday, either in the Cave or here on the Mishawaka Network, as it'll be a boy-girl doubleheader, as Mishawaka Marion will travel here to Mishawaka to take on the Cavemen. And your final score tonight is 78-6 from the Mishawaka Network. I'm Isaac Hayes alongside Drew Mason, wishing you all a great evening.